post for me, that would be really handy.
Have any of you guys out there tried the butterbeer? What are some of the crazy promotional items you guys have seen? Because there's all types of stuff, obviously, that the fans have been able to enjoy over the years. So what are some of your favorite things that come from the whole Harry Potter experience?
I quite like the beer. What's not the butterbeer, the real beer. I couldn't believe it. It was like, what? You've got beer? I had to try it. And then I am over 21, so that was okay.
I think the video games, they're pretty cool. And like, everyone wants to be in a video game, right? So that's pretty cool. My dad plays Mad-Eye Moody in the film. Yeah, so you have a doll of my dad, which is pretty cool.
A Lego of your dad.
And then I broke the legs off just to annoy him. I didn't do that.
Warwick was saying he loves his Lego one, but it's got really short legs and he keeps putting long legs on it.
Let's get some questions from the top, in the back somewhere.
All right, we'll go up to Julia. Looks like Julia's back there.
I've got one right here with Lydia.
What is your favorite candy from Honeydew?
Favorite candy, that's great. The beans. I really like the Berry Box beans. The mud flavored one. Really good. Mud, dirt.
Did you used to eat dirt when you were a kid? I bet you did.
A little bit, yeah, a little bit of that.
I think the Dolly mixtures are really good. It's very English style sweet. Definitely worth checking out. Gotta be the chocolate frogs, right?
Let's keep it going. You guys got a bunch of questions.
Yes, we do. Ryan is right back to me. Ryan, who do you have with you?
I have Ben from Washington here.
What was your favorite scene in the film and why?
Favorite scene in the film and why?
My favourite scene is the last scene in 7-1 when it's the first time you ever see Voldemort, you ever see what he's thinking, because you never see what he's thinking. And he gets the Elder Wand and he thinks he's done it. And it's a brilliant piece of acting. Right. It was the first time I really thought, oh yeah.
I think to shoot-wise, I'm going to go back to the Goblet of Fire. And it's when Fred and George put their name in the Goblet of Fire. I mean, that was cool for a lot of reasons, because, you know, Oliver and I got to do some stunts in that, so that was cool to do. But Oliver also broke the director's rib as well, which is... It wasn't a fight or anything, but it was, but it wasn't like for this tripping. But the good thing about that scene was that we actually roped up like beers, kind of like donuts right now. Like that.
What about Rupert? What about the kissings?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't say that was my favourite scene. Really. I like, the scene that was quite fun was the epilogue scene where we're all like 30 years older. I got to wear a fat suit and felt pretty good. Alright, fantastic. Let's move on. Where is Steven? Steven, across the way. Go ahead.
Hey there, I've got Tiffany from Los Angeles.
Hi, I just want to start with you. You're all very handsome. I wanted to know if there was a scene from the book that you would have loved to have been in the movie. For example, mine.
I have a strange feeling
I think Mark has an answer, I'm not sure.
These are characters.
And when Mr. Weasley first arrives, he comes through the garden and he's zapping the gnomes. And they said they weren't going to be able to shoot it. And that was practically the first thing we discussed in the interview when I went to meet Chris Columbus, and he said, we're not shooting that. And it's like, oh, thanks.
I think again, like in the second movie, when Fred, George, Harry, and Ron had to go and denote the garden, that would be really good. It probably would have looked quite wrong, but that would have been quite good. There was a couple of scenes with Fred and George that didn't make it, unfortunately, in a couple of the movies. But
I think the swamp in the Goblet of Fire. I think Dumbledore's funeral would have been nice to see after
Let's keep the questions coming from you guys. I know you got a bunch out there. Maybe some of these people right here in the front.
We do. Let's see. Kristen, yes.
Yes, we have Edith from Canada.
I love you all, first of all. I met Tom Felton, and he said you're all huge pranksters. What was the best prank you ever pulled on set? Especially twins.
I don't know about on set. It's more on the tour actually when we got a lot of people. I mentioned this one yesterday. Last year for the grand opening, we had a like-to-say guest. My one friend who came over was Anthony, who just happens to be Rupert's double in the movie. So from behind, he looks just like Rupert. So we were standing in the Wizarding World, and there was quite a few people in front of us. And Anthony was completely oblivious, looking in a window down the other end. He said, "Look, everyone, it's Rupert Green. Go get him." And I think he was chased halfway down City Walk.
Another Facebook question. Milan?
Caitlin S. has this question for Ron. How do you feel about J.K. Rowling admitting that she almost killed off your character?
Yeah, I have recently found this out, and I became very close to dying. Which, I was quite up for, to be honest. I thought a death scene would be quite fun. But, yeah, I'm glad I survived.
Good job, Rob.
Let's get some questions maybe from the back of this kind of area.
Alright, let's see where Julia is. Julia, yes.
Where you at?
I've got the cutest little Harry Potter
What was your favorite character in the movie besides yourself?
Great question.
I like Bellatrix because she always seems to be having a really, really bad time.
I like Luna Lovegood. I think she's pretty good. I think Creature was kind of reminds himself of me, actually.
Do you reckon there's a creature side to you?
Yeah.
I like Snake.
I'm going to go with Dobby.
Alright, where is Ryan? Ryan, where are you at?
Right over here.
Okay, perfect.
Rachel, what was your question?
I was wondering if you two ever switched characters during any of the scenes.
Us two, obviously.
It looks a little more alike.
Yeah, this is something which really got blown out of hand quick.
True, though.
In a little degree, for a rehearsal in the Great Hall once, Oliver and I switched like one side of the table, just to giggles. And then we were asked that in an interview later, like, did you swap? So we said, yes, we did. That's what we did. And somehow that got blown up to. We then did an interview 6 months later, and it's like, is it true that you switched roles and they caught you and had to reshoot the whole movie because of it? And it cost millions of dollars, and that's why it's pushed back. No.
That's a fun question. Alright, Steven, in the back, there you go.
I've got Anna from Connecticut.
Hi guys, now that you're done filming Harry Potter, what film role would you love to do?
Rupert, you told me about a movie you just shot. That was pretty cool.
After we finished Harry Potter, it was kind of a weird moment. It took me a while to kind of adjust to life without it, because it was such a shock, really, because it was just so sudden, really. I've been filming for every day for 10 years, and suddenly it was all over. I did do a film earlier this year, a World War II story, where I played a pilot. So that was really cool. Alright, let's go to Kristen. Kristen.
Yes, we have Crystal from New York.
Hi, I was just wondering, what is your strangest fan interaction you've had so far?
strangest fan interaction? Yeah, there's been a few encounters. Yeah, there's one that happened in New York at one of the premieres. The film had finished and we were just driving off in one of these limos. This guy in a wheelchair grabbed the back bumper of the car. We towed him along for like, it must have been a few miles. He was fine. He was loving it. Mark, how about you? Craziest fan experience? Yes.
Do you know what? I can't think of one. That's tragic, isn't it? I tend to just sit and watch these guys and just go like, what are they doing? Although somebody the other day did say, Chad, we want to be still. And somebody went, you're the best dad in the world! So they obviously don't know me.
Rupert, Ivana, and Tom have Twitter accounts. Do you think you can start a Twitter?
Yeah, I think it is a really good way to interact with everyone. But yeah, maybe I will. Yeah. All right, let's get a question from Ryan. Let's go back up to Ryan.
All right, Scott. We have Connor here from Florida with a pretty interesting question.
By the way, I love Harry Potter. I love you guys. My fan. Well, I'm your fan. My bad.
So, we're your fans.
Connor will be a fan. It's okay.
That was amazing.
So, Rupert, I heard you did a rap video for your audition. Can you give us a little sample? I honestly can't remember all of it. Probably goes on. Do you really want to hear it? Okay. Give me the thing. I gotta stop now, right? Okay, bear in mind, I was 10. Alright. Hello there, my name's Rupert Green. I hope you like this and don't think I stink. 4'9" and age 11. And that's all I've done.
When I die, I will you home.
Where is Kristen at? Kristen.
I'm right over here with Daniel from Massachusetts.
What's up, Daniel?
My question is, what was it like when Hogwarts was destroyed during the final film?
It was pretty scary. I mean, the day before they took the Great Hall like to pieces, as it were. We actually went in there before they tore it down. It was quite a big thing because obviously we'd been in the Great Hall for like 10 years or so, and then we knew they were tearing it down. That was quite.
But in order to tear it down, they also built a courtyard which had never existed before. So we were actually in the courtyard with the astronomy tower behind us, but it was kind of ruined. So that was awesome to be there anyway. And it was the only set in Great Britain that ever needed planning permission. It was so big.
Speaking of the set pieces, over the years, so there are a few that really stand out to you. I mean, the attention to detail on a Harry Potter film is incredible. So there's certain set pieces that just really blew you
I've
away.
got to say, as a dad, the Burrows was amazing because there was a beautiful clock in the Burrow where it had an indicator for every member of the family and it said where they were. School, work, Ministry of Magic. And there was one little section that said, immortal peril.
How about for you guys, especially, you know, being so young when you started the films, were there certain days you walked on set and you said, oh my, I mean, this is incredible. Certain set pieces that really stand out for you over the years.
The first time I ever walked onto the Great Hall, it was exactly like when you see Harry see it for the first time. I walked through and all the background cast was sitting down there and the candles were floating. It's magic. But yeah, I literally walked through and I was pretty much just I'll never forget that.
I think like the first time when we walked onto the Weasleys shop, that thing was awesome. That thing's huge as well, so that really made it like, this is awesome. There's a 20-foot figure of me outside.
The Ministry of Magic was enormous. That was across 2 studios, and that was just amazing.
Yeah, I remember the chess set as well in the first one.
Yeah, really cool.
Guys, let's keep the questions going. I know there's a bunch of